Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sierra College Physics Laboratory sessions. Lab has a digital scale, good to the hundredths place in grams, a Pasco power supply, a rheostat to handle the large currents, and a Fluke multimeter to measure the amperage. So using the voltage and amps, we'll be able to measure the force produced and correlate that to the force felt by the scale. So in here we have a piece of foil which we're running that current through, and that is not touching the scale, it's suspended between a magnet. So we will turn on our values to amps, DC. The scale is tiered. I'll turn on the voltage, and now it's registering as negative 0.05 or 0.06 grams. So the magnetic field produced is actually pulling up on the scale and measuring or registering as a negative force. All right, now let's move to this orientation, and I'm going to move through the measurements and tell you what they are. On the top, we have 420 milliamps. All right. Number 2, we have negative 0.10 grams, 745 milliamps. 3, negative 0.15 grams, 1.080 milliamps, or 1.08 amps. Now this is at 4, we have 0.2 and 1.414 amps. 5 volts, 0.26, 1.823 amps. 6, 0.32, 2.151 amps. 7, 0.36, 2.434 amps. 8, 0.41, 2.779 amps. 9, 0.46, 3.97 amps, 3.097. 10, 0.50, 3.378 amps. And lastly, 11, 0.55, 3.725 amps. And lastly, 0.6, 4.001 amps. I'm going to turn that off. That is for the single-sided foil. To do double-sided, this gets removed. You can see that it is single-sided. We're going to replace that value. Replace that. That's once replaced. Make sure it's not touching the magnet. It's oriented right in the middle. That's good. We have 0. And we do it again. So now we're on double-sided. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Those are your 12 data points for the double-sided foil. And that foil is made in such a way to produce current on going in the same direction on each side. If the current was going in opposite directions, that magnetic field would cancel itself out. For part 2 of the lab, now we're going to do magnetic field as a function of orientation. So we have the power supply set at 6 volts. This rheostat set so that we can produce a constant current of 2.086 amps. And what we're going to measure is force in relation to degrees. (10 degrees), (20), (30), (40), (50), (60), (70), (80), (90). And I'm going to try and repeat those measurements on the other side. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90 degrees. Now if we look at the magnet, we are not touching any of the walls. We're just moving through the orientation of the magnetic field between 0 and 90 degrees.